And we're on this sunny, bright night in Paris, France, July 12th of the year we live in. Welcome to Angora Poets World Cafe. I'm Mo Seeger, and I'm joined by a host of poets where on this group, every poet is a feature. So welcome to the World Cafe. And if you're new listening tonight or on our YouTube channel or our website, no, we call ourselves the World Cafe because you will be hearing people who live far and wide from each other. So hey, tonight I'm gonna take the lead tonight and be the first one to read. And I would like to read instead of something from myself. I want to read from the classic book, 20 Love Poems from Pablo Neruda. You know, I thought that'd be a nice way to start. So, given the time of day it is over in Europe and the Middle East, this is timely. It's called Leaning into the Afternoons. Leaning into the afternoons, I cast my sad nets towards your oceanic eyes. There, in the highest blaze, my solitude lengthens and flames, its arms turning like a drowning man's. I send out red signals across your absent eyes that move like the sea near a lighthouse. You keep only darkness, my distant female. From your regard, sometimes the coast of dread emerges. Leaning into the afternoons, I fling my sad nets to that sea that beats on your marine eyes. The birds of night peck at the first stars that flash like my soul when I love you. The night gallops on its shadowy mare, shedding blue tassels over the land. That's that poem. Did you like that? Okay.
Apple.
Okay.
I like
All
it.
right. Now here's another one he wrote, and it's called White Bee, as in bumblebee. White bee, you buzz in my soul, drunk with honey, and your flight winds in slow spirals of smoke. I am the one without hope, the word without echoes, he who has lost everything and he who had everything. Last hawser in your creeks, my last longing, in my barren land, you are the final rose, and you who are silent. Let your deep eyes close. There are night flutters as your body, a frightened statue, is naked. You have deep eyes in which the night flails, cool arms of flowers and a lapse of rose. Your breasts seem like white snails. A butterfly of shadow has come to sleep on your belly. Ah, you who are silent. Here is the solitude from which you are absent. It is raining. The sea wind is haunting stray gulls. The water walks barefoot in wet streets. From the tree, the leaves complain as though they were sick. White bee, even when you are gonna, even when you are gone, you buzz in my soul. You live again in time, slender and silent, and you who are silent. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Pablo Neruda. All right. Okay. We're off. And now let's call on the judge from Jersey, William Strangmeyer. Bill, you're on.
Okay, a few various different kinds of things tonight. First one is called The Archangel Loved Heights. Deep in his mind, he holds his secret of love, but with every thought, there are many he plots to undo this impulse he thinks has brought him down, denies his devotion and keeps him from what is above. But there are many agents plotting for this God, and faced with this warmth and feeling, he thinks he may drown. The messenger is coming, bright in a cloud of light, to dim the intelligence which protects us and we pretend is right. There is no innate expression, there is no plan, for God is love and has no need of mind, as justice has no triumph and love is the good. If thought were the province of God, not of Satan and man, love might forge a plan to be unkind. Life's this way because it is just a mood.
And you can follow that, Bill?
Yeah. I call this anesthetic heaven. Those pitiful bodies, you know, an instant off, and I'm your father or you're my teacher if we come that close, or a corpse. For all the machinery here in this heaven, we might cause reason to fade and for an instant fake a penetration or a transcendence. Perhaps it will not deign to see us risking progress or expulsion.
Okay. Here's a point of view right there. Give us another slightly opinionated poem, Judge. We call that Three's a Charm. You up for Three's a Charm?
Yeah. Yeah. I call this complicity. The panels each slide into place as the parallel worlds are set up, defending each personal stake in the outcome of each only day. And the sides are decided again and again on the basis of what we might say, in remarks thrown away on a whim, in a rage, as a joke off the cuff. Each of us always on the giving end of this or that, with never the punchline we'd choose or the wages we're sure we deserve, though it seems a goodly life, an opportunity to serve, obedience to fate, a chance to stay seated where we sit. Is there a place where a river runs clean and pure? Can you conceive of a pine wood deep in your mind? Could you shiver with joy and be naked again, or be young, where the child was not cut so the wound has no need for a cure? The taste of the air is the meaning we're trying to find, while hysteria depends on how tightly you're wrapped or how highly you're strung. Thank you.
Yeah. That's, what were them last two lines again? Depends on what?
How tightly you're wrapped or how highly you're strung.
Yeah.
That's hysteria.
Yeah, that is. Okay, thank you, Bill. What about you, Eve Marie? Are you ready to give us something?
Oh, yes, why not? Yes.
And okay.
Just a
And
minute.
after you, I will ask Bunny. Bunny, can you follow Eve Marie?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where are you?
So, it's called Ces Petits Riens, which means those little something, and those little something that makes our lives. And I will, as I understood that some people understand French, I'm going to try to say it not too quickly.
Voilà, c'était ça que voulait dire Jane la dernière fois.
Oui,
C'est
oui,
juste d'aller calmement.
voilà, c'est
Et
ça.
aussi, les anglophones devraient aussi penser comme ça pour nous.
Oui.
Right.
C'est
Okay. Okay,
d'aller
we're good.
un peu plus lentement.
Dalila, we've been doing that for 3 years. Thank you for affirming it.
Non, for
Okay.
us.
And on Zoom here. Okay, Eve.
Ok.
Please.
Alors, ces petits riens qui nous gouvernent, microscopiques instants qui germent, d'une incroyable banalité, ces petits riens qu'on additionne comme des perles sur un collier, ces gouttes de soleil qui fusionnent, chauffant notre cœur comme un four, ces petits riens qu'on ne voit pas, mis bout à bout, jour après jour, ces étincelles, poussières de temps qu'on accumule dans nos cabas, qui viennent allumer nos printemps, qui viennent se glisser dans nos failles, mettre des amours en feu de paille ou s'embraser d'un seul regard au vaste fond de la caverne, en troglodyte, en mal d'espoir, redressant le drapeau en berne. Ces petits riens qui font nos vies, ces petites vies faites de rien, Ces monuments que l'on construit sur toutes nos vies sans lendemain, ces petites bouffées d'oxygène mises bout à bout qui nous entraînent d'un bout à l'autre de nos envies, poussant au plus loin nos désirs, au long de corps alanguis, perdus, noyés qui se déchirent ou s'enveloppent pour n'être qu'un et puis retombent, lourds comme la pierre, conscients d'être un peu plus que rien, dans une solitude de chair, de n'être qu'une suite d'instants, rythmés au coup des battements de notre sang comme une rivière tissant son lit dans notre cœur. Ces petits riens sans importance qu'on les oublie à peine vécus sont le ciment de nos existences, quelques sourires ingénus, ta silhouette en contre-jour, et ces petits gestes fragiles, semant ces graines comme un labour, tout parfois semble si facile comme un quotidien éternel jusqu'à ce que soudain une absence vienne souligner cette importance. Ces petits riens au goût de sel, s'ils viennent à manquer à nos vies et s'ils disparaissent soudain, viennent nous rappeler qu'aujourd'hui, nos vies sont faites de petits riens.
Ouais, nos vies en fait. So, yeah. Okay, another one, please.
Another
Eva.
one. Okay.
Let me say hi to Vicky. Vicky, are you there with us?
The what?
I'm asking someone who just came on screen. I said hello,
Okay.
as I like to do when they come on.
Okay.
Hello, Vicky. We're open to hear you and see you when you unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself in the upper right hand corner, Vicky.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Eve Marie, and Vicky will figure it out. We'll help
Okay,
her.
so as you asked me to sing again, so I'm going to sing. It's about, it's a kind of ballad near the Canal Saint-Martin, which is quite near from my place. And to make it more precise, you know, it's what they call on the Fox TV, what they call the no-go zone. So it is, ce vent qui passe, qui m'étonne et qui se coule en Amazone, sur ma peau me caresse aussi. Les feuilles dansent et font des signes, comme les femmes jouant des cils, avant de s'étaler en ligne. Tiens, il y avait longtemps, j'avais pas vu la couleur du... Tiens, il y avait longtemps, j'avais pas vu la couleur du... Tiens, il y avait longtemps, j'avais pas vu la couleur du temps. Il y avait longtemps, les pavés chantent des chansons sous les roues, archets, violons, des rutilantes mécaniques, les faisceaux des regards autour pêchent l'écho des matelots qui tanguent l'âme vers l'amour. Tiens, il y avait longtemps, j'avais pas vu la couleur du temps. Le canal me refait le soir la projection d'Hôtel du Nord. La lune s'en souvient encore. Les quais du boulevard ont toujours l'âme et la lumière de cette gouaille en atmosphère. Tiens, il y avait longtemps, j'avais pas vu la couleur du temps. Il y avait longtemps. Il y avait longtemps.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Okay. And now I think we have Vicky on board, or can you hear us, Vicky? Hello, Vicky. Hello. Whoop, now,
Hey.
yeah, anyway, We're trying to hear Vicky's voice and Carrie's voice. Carrie Radna, hi. What's going on, girl? Unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Hey, Carrie.
Everybody.
Okay, you're coming in clear. And we're
Hi.
still waiting for Vicky. Can you say something when you can, Vicky?
Vicky, you have to unmute your speaker on the upper right hand side. Just click on the unmute thing.
Either on the upper hand, or it's going to be on the bottom left. There's a button that says join audio in your case. Maybe not on mute. Maybe it's just join audio. Depends on what the situation is.
Because it looks like she's unmuted, but because I don't see her speaker.
Yeah, I don't see. I think she has to click join audio. Oh, she says she did. Hey, Vicky, did you try from your phone? Are you doing it from your phone or your laptop?
I believe she's doing it from her computer.
See.
I did PC, she said.
Yeah. Okay, Vicky, maybe try leaving the room and coming back in. Maybe it'll help. Maybe.
Yeah. He don't mean that literally. He mean
And when you
leave the Zoom
like when
room.
you go out, it'll say it'll give you the choice to be visual as well as audio. So you want to click yes for audio. You don't want to be on visual, that's fine, but you want to click yes for audio.
Okay. All right. Well, while Vicky's searching for that, then I want to say hi. How you doing, Carrie? And I want to ask yourself, Mo, how about you joining in now and presenting something?
Yeah, might as well do it because they haven't knocked yet. So I'm going to repeat some old pieces that have been read before. This one being a particular favorite, a recent particular favorite. So it goes like this. The vacuum cleaner screams from the living room, as loud as what passes for conversation on Fox News. There's a lady on Facebook miming a reaction to a video. Guess she thinks the audience has the IQ of a toothbrush. My hair looks like a mop fight. A fishing net that popped out of some white guy's toaster. Somebody called the Navy SEAL in. I'm declaring war on dandruff. The piano's flipped to the side like a yoga instructor with bad posture. Apparently not in the mood for namaste or music theory. The radio plays an auto-tune salad and calls it the latest hit. Social media's trending with obituaries. Everybody's mourning the loss of Kim's expired nail polish. BLM's called anti-Semitic for solidarity with Palestinians. Somebody call the anthropologists and tell them Arabs aren't Semite. We all know Z's winning the monopoly for victimhood anyway. Candace says Floyd shouldn't be a martyr because of his past, but I guess a misogynist can run for president. They say black-on-black crime is on the rise, all hail a culture that glorifies thugs, but Columbus, Preston Marshall, and Forrest of the KKK get to have monuments though. Citizens are protesting against the mask apocalypse. Death is a small price to pay for comfortable skin. Let's just say natural selection's got a weird sense of humor. Soon, celebrities will be getting paid top dollar to tell us to vote at the slot machines. Everybody's going to turn expert in statistics and read the ones that match the sound of their voices. Preach educated guesses with a tone so woke the coffee beans lose their odor. So woke the receipts get a writer's block. So woke they put this poem to sleep.
That's woke. All right. I'm telling you. I think you are from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them near North Side cats. He's from the near North Side. Yeah.
you got.
Halsey,
It's not
yeah,
like
Upper
it's
Halsey.
like
Hmm?
you're doing the narration to like a detective movie.
Yeah.
Came in, she took off her hat. And that's
Maybe.
not all she took off.
All right. Take off with another poem, Mo.
All right. And let's hope that's not the only one that I take off with. Anyway. All right. So, let's see. Hurricane. This is unrequited love. No crumbs, trails, or hints that can be tracked back to wishful thinking. It was hard enough longing for you while knowing that the doors were open, knowing that living the dream was easier than going to sleep with the thought of you, knowing that there was no chance, no gamble, only destiny dressed for symbiosis, a piano tuned to serenade so well we could toss music theory outside the window. There is nothing louder than the unspoken truth when it is heard. I remember those eyes looking at me like the reflection I always thought myself unworthy of. I hadn't asked your name yet, but I know I was comfortable dying there because it felt like the sweet end of a lifetime I had always wanted. Hurricane, you're all the wishes I would have made had I believed in the audience of the stars, but I worship one greater than the loneliness I made you leave at my bedside, and let me tell you, it has not been an easy prayer. Hurricane, you will hear me say that I love you without mourning what could have been, even if the world had once made us believe that love could not exist. I will say this. For a time, it would have been easier if I had opted to simply walk on water.
All right. Okay. You have three's a charm, Mo.
Three's a charm.
And by the way, when Mo finishes, I'm going to ask Jane Spoken Word to present her video. So go ahead. Go ahead,
Nice.
Mo. You're on, babe.
All right.
Nice.
1 second. Just 1 second. All right, back. So it goes like this. Step right up and take the escalator, right up and pay right up front and measure up to the new digital trend. 23 megapixels for your latrine selfies. Waste your New Year's resolution savings on resolution that Instagram couldn't use anyways. And take pictures of your kitchen fixtures and your dental dentures and call it photography. Kind of like repeating rhyming redundant lines and calling it poetry. Add 33 vignettes and filters to filter your self-esteem issues as if you needed digital signatures to call you beautiful. Damn it, beautiful, it's a phone. All I need is your number to call you. It is amazing how technology's evolved beyond ourselves. It is amazing how we've evolved beyond our pride. We've cast it aside, called ourselves prisoners to mundane lives, and more than our own hands have grown comfortable to change. And I wish they were made of metal. At least they would rattle. At least you could see them. But no, they exist beyond the periodic table. They're called insecurities. They make you gasp in the pool of your own egos, gasping, I. Well, there's an I in altruism, so pull your own damn weight. You want to write a prose? Knock on irony's door and watch it pummel down your writer's block with poetry. You will find backstabbers preaching brotherhood, guys quantifying manhood with the amount of lays they've got. You will find girls screaming feminism, shaming the reputation of stay-at-home mothers, who are simply trying to raise worthier others, like a boy and how he ought to become a man, or a girl and how she ought to champion feminism. And by the way, I refuse to use the word feminazi. There is nothing feminine about a dictator named Hitler. Let me repeat that again. There is nothing feminine about a dictator named Hitler. And that's the end of the poem.
All right, Mo. We gotta get you on American TV. We gotta get you on Good Morning America. You know, for those of you who need reminded or don't know, Mo is living in the United UAE in Abu Dhabi. So when we joke with him about being American, he could pass.
Yeah.
Right. You can pass. You got to pass, Mo. You got to pass. Right.
Hey, Mo, did you go to the fights last night?
No.
And then Mo,
That
Mo, you
must
can
be an
interpret.
inside joke.
I know. I think is it. By the way, I know what that phrase is, but is it a New Yorker phrase? What is it? Well, where is it?
The island of Yas, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You were actually talking about a real fight that happened here. No, I didn't. I didn't know it. No, I didn't go there. No,
Oh
no,
wow.
Okay.
no, I didn't know.
Hard.
Wow,
All right.
it's what was it? A boxing match? What was it?
MMA.
MMA. Oh, yeah, they do MMAs here. Shit, man. No, I'm sorry. I don't follow MMA. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. Good. Good to know the news on you, Mo. Um, and now, actually, who I asked next before Jane was actually Bunny and then Jane. Okay, you two. So, Bunny, you're
Okay,
on. Hello, Bunny. How is Poets Unplugged?
here I am. Here we are. Okay, I have a poem that I wrote on the 27th of May. It's called New Language. The essence of my words, you catch in my tone. So the tone of my voice can speak like a megaphone. Instead of using my words, I could sing a melody. My heavenly voice speaks now to your memory. Use music, symphonies, and words to enjoy true language and emotion. The melody and voice and words lead to manifestation. By Sophia Behal.
Got to agree with that. Unify the mind with the voice and the memory. Unify the mind with the body. Can you
Yeah,
give us another one? Can you give us another one, Bunny?
I do one tonight. I haven't had anything else to prepare with. I'm having my head is full of projects, so this is all I can do today. I do also only round one.
Okay.
And I
Well,
have
you
to
can you can
I
tell
will
us.
listen.
Okay, but tell everybody since several of us are publishing on Bunny's poetry site. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Poets Unplugged, and Bunny is the administrator, and she's doing one hell of a job, people. So,
You're
but
totally
Bunny,
breaking up. I can't hear you.
well, that's on your end because I think I'm coming through
Now I
clear.
hear you. Now I hear you.
Okay, so and so what I'd like to mention, and you can mention, is you're all welcome to publish on Bunny's site, which is Poets Unplugged on Facebook, and she's proposing that we discuss working jointly to do an Angora Poets anthology.
Yes.
So we will carry on that conversation to see if that can work. So there you have the news. So Bunny, you want to add anything else with what you're doing?
Yeah, I would like to thank everybody for taking part in at the Poets Unplugged, for guest hosting, for being there, for sharing your work. It's always wonderful to hear it. I love it. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Bunny.
Bunny. It's been
Okay.
great.
You're welcome.
Keep up the good
Thank
work.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
And Bunny has the handicap of being in a small Czech village where sometimes the net connection is, iffy.
It
So
is.
more power to you, Bunny. Okay.
It is.
Okay. So now we're gonna move. We're gonna cross the continents and the ocean and go back to New York again, and hear from Jane Spoken Word, who has told us she wants, because she has laryngitis, she's going
Hmm.
to she's going to play one of her performances for us. Yes.
Yay.
Whenever you're ready, Jane, we're listening.
Mo, t'avais plus ton micro non plus.
That's okay. What I'm saying is we're not hearing any sound yet, Jane. You need more volume, Jane. You need more volume.
It's telepathic.
And I'm not used to seeing you without one of your caps on. Totally threw me off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Still no volume on our end, Jane. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll pass you for now, and you can play with the volume, your settings, and we'll call you back on and see if we can't get you on that recording again. And if not, by alternative, just open your book and put some text in front of your camera lens, and someone will be glad to read it for us.
Yeah.
How's that? So that'll be plan B if okay. So we'll come back to you. Okay. Whoop. And now let's hear from Dalila. Hello, Dalila, down in Algeria.
Dalila.
Unmute, Dalila.
Dalila.
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien?
Ça va très bien. Oui, madame. Alors. J'ai un petit problème. Voilà. J'ai un document. I found a poem which has been very often attributed to Pablo Neruda, but according to the Neruda Foundation, this poem is from the Brazilian Martha Medeiros. I wish I could read it for you. Il meurt lentement, celui qui ne voyage pas, celui qui ne lit pas, celui qui n'écoute pas de musique, celui qui ne sait pas trouver grâce à ses yeux. Il meurt lentement, celui qui détruit son amour-propre, celui qui ne se laisse jamais aider. Il meurt lentement, celui qui devient esclave de l'habitude, refaisant tous les jours les mêmes chemins, celui qui ne change jamais de repère, ne se risque jamais à changer la couleur de ses vêtements, ou qui ne parle jamais à un inconnu. Il meurt lentement, celui qui évite la passion et son tourbillon d'émotions, celle qui redonne la lumière dans les yeux et répare les cœurs blessés. Il meurt lentement, celui qui ne change pas de cap lorsqu'il est malheureux au travail ou en amour, celui qui ne prend pas de risques pour réaliser ses rêves, celui qui, par une seule fois dans sa vie, n'a fui les conseils sensés. Vis maintenant, risque-toi aujourd'hui, agis tout de suite, ne te laisse pas mourir lentement, ne te prive pas d'être heureux.
Good. All right. That was called Don't Quit on Life.
Sympathique ou pas sympathique?
Sympathique, bien sûr. I was just summarizing your poem with he doesn't like this, he doesn't do that, he doesn't like this. And then the narrator says, wake up and live.
But it's beautiful, no?
I think so.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful.
Yes.
Sinon, c'est plus beau que ce que je pensais.
Okay. Do you have a second one for us, Dalila?
I have two others, but I can, if you as you like.
Let's hear the second one, please.
Okay, the one I wrote, I was supposed to read it first. I wanted to thank all of you, and Mo Seeger in particular, for this wonderful meeting, which encouraged me to go back to my writing. And I wrote, Pourquoi écrire? And I went back to my writing le 30 mars 2020. Enfin, je reprends à écrire. Pourquoi écrire? J'écris pour dire, raconter, crier. J'écris pour me rappeler mes colères. J'écris pour conjurer la peur. J'écris pour toutes les souffrances infligées par ceux qui croyaient tout savoir, subies par les gens étouffés par leur ignorance de moi, de mon nom, de mon histoire, ceux qui ne m'ont donné aucun répit. J'écris pour une grande solitude que personne ne peut combler, un besoin de vouloir toujours faire, travailler, améliorer. Ce besoin du perfectible est difficile à vivre dans les contingences. Cette attitude fatigue ceux qui participent à ma vie. J'ai eu la chance de vivre cette intensité du faire en rencontrant l'amour, en ayant un travail intéressant, en préparant l'arrivée de mon bébé. Et là, comme un oiseau voltigeant dans toutes les directions, je m'affairais à ramasser, brindille après brindille, à construire un nid de bonheur. Oui, écrire, écrire et écrire. Sinon, douleur de soi étouffe soi, se transformant en tout petit monstre qui attaque. L'air de rien et silencieusement détruisent, tuent. L'ignorance et la non-activité sont amis du coronavirus.
That was good. That was good. Now we know why you write for many good reasons. Okay, we're going to ask you. I would take one moment here, Dalila, while you prepare your charm poem.
It's a short one. It's a short one.
Well, okay. Let's hear it, please.
But it's terrible.
Okay. Well, we're poets.
I wrote this text, which I transformed into a poem thanks to you all. I wrote it on October 26, 1988. Algerians reached a very high level of anger. They were fed up of so hard living conditions, lack of jobs, and higher and higher poverty. On the 5th of October, a huge demonstration took place. It was mainly composed of young people and children, les enfants. We used to call them les enfants, just like in Palestine. The horror is that they were all shut down. I was explaining to you. Now the poem is in French. Le 5 octobre 1988, l'Algérie bouge. Les enfants descendent dans la rue, défilent, hurlent, leurs cris déchirants brisent le silence, la paralysie. Est-ce un moment historique décisif? Le roman de Rachid Mimouni, Le fleuve détourné, ne pouvait que se terminer par la fuite, l'exil et le désespoir. Aurait-il pu écrire un roman d'amour et d'espoir? Ce que Rachid écrit est terriblement désespéré et désespérant. Pourtant, la peur au ventre, j'ai rêvé d'une nouvelle vague d'espoir, le pouvoir de dire, d'écrire les possibles et les impossibles, une période où hommes et femmes cesseraient de souffrir, mais exister, respirer, agir à la maison, au travail, dans la rue. Pour conjurer la tristesse, il fallait peut-être un 5 octobre 1988, un nouveau souffle de liberté rafraîchissant, envoûtant. Mais l'horreur est là. Le vampire a tiré sur les enfants. Les enfants tombent un à un, morts. Ils nous ont marqué du sceau de l'amour pour la liberté. On ne souffre pas pour rien et l'on ne meurt pas pour rien. Ces enfants seront toujours dans nos consciences. Ils nous demandent d'être honnêtes, de lutter pour la vérité et la justice. Ils offrent la vie qu'ils n'ont pas eu la chance de sentir. Ils voulaient manger, apprendre et aimer. Mais l'étau se refermait de plus en plus. Ils sont morts pour la vie qu'ils n'ont pas vécue. C'est tout. Terrible.
Bravo. Yes, that is terrible.
I know.
And
But
poets
I have to tell you.
Yeah, that's what one of the things we poets do is explain what's going on behind what's explained what's going on. We are, in fact, so often the historians of our people, of our period. So, okay, thank you, Dalila. Thank you very much. And I'd like to welcome into the room now from Mobile, Alabama. Hello, Sandra.
Hey, Bo, how you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're having a great day in Paris, weather-wise. How's everything down there on the Gulf?
You don't want to know.
Why not?
No, it's not too good. Things are, the cases are increasing and politicians are turning their heads and we're confused, but we're alive and doing well otherwise. Other than that, Miss Lincoln, how was the play?
Okay.
Good to see you, Mo. Good to see everyone. I'm enjoying this. Thanks, guys.
Well,
and
good.
gals.
Hang out, Sandra. Nice.
Okay, babe.
Now, Vicky, did you ever get audio back on? Let's see if you'll give us a message. I suppose that means no, huh, Vicky? Let's see. I guess Vicky didn't get audio back on. Okay. In the meantime, while we're hoping that she does get connected, let me call on someone here for their first time. Amma Birch from Queens, representing from Queens tonight, everybody.
Representing Queens, go New York.
The epicenter of American reality, Queens.
The home of
New
Wu-Tang
York.
Clan.
I work in Queens, so
You work in Queens. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. I'm in Manhattan. I live in Manhattan, but I work in Queens, Long Island City.
He doesn't tell many people that, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't tell much people about that, but I'm among friends.
Okay. All right. You didn't tell us what you do, but I guess it's not important. So I'm gonna start off with a poem that I call "Poem I Stole." It's a poem that I learned when I was walking with the NAACP,
Okay.
and it's I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. Up, she says. Wake up, she says. Listen, listen. Listen, listen. Next poem I'm gonna read is a poem that was published in the Brooklyn Rail.
The Brooklyn Rail. All right.
Yeah. So it was published last October, and it's called AB 020577. Sallow night, Worms magnified with moonlight. Sammy, are you here? A plate falls. Don't know why I didn't come. Pull the espresso shot. Drench the pool of light from the moon. How that was unnecessary. I am not the wolf. I am more like a slimy eel these days. Let me pull you closer to me. The chest is full of gold. Children going home from school, dancing, crossing streets, staying with you for all time. Who can say, when will the cookie come back? You don't know what the nights are like, missing the perfect laugh in secret. Oh, put some ice in it. Sing out loud and go to the moon. The light sings a beautiful song. Francis is here. What a saint. Play that music. Swing, swing, swing in spring. Lost in insecure corn muffin. Hold on to me. Slurp. Can I enjoy a drink? Another day with ketchup on the counter. Wind swept off feet. Enter the Milky Way. Did you find yourself? Heroes bleed. Would you like some more hot water? First, break all the rules. Does it feel like home? What's mine is yours. Crumple the paper. Shake the plastic bag. Gregorian chant. Fade into overtones. Eat more whipped cream. Rule the world. Come back. Yes, yes. Cough, cough. Puppet on a chain. Hand me a napkin. Stand by me. The smell of coffee. Can I get the deluxe? Can I be a star? Open the gates. Flood the oranges. Cry with the raw meat. No one knows my name.
Wow. Okay. And
Cool.
now,
Mhm.
excuse my naive question, but are you
Yes.
speaking of the character as a true waitress, or as those lines you had? What, as a true waitress?
Yeah, the collection that poem is from is called Writing in Diners. And that was a real waitress. It's a new collection. I'm shopping it around. I hope to publish it at some point in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Did that come out free verse, or did you consciously construct the lines? Because that just
It
falls
came out
so.
free verse. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was yeah, associative writing, you know, a real exercise in associative writing.
Yeah. And yet there's a continuity, continuity to it that keeps it together. It doesn't get lost only in the poet's mind, but the listener gets it, each line, each scene. So thank you. That's clever, and that's poetry. You have another one for us, Amma.
Yeah, I got one more. It's called, yeah.
Before you start, just a note. Let's touch base. You should send it to Poets Wear Prada.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
cool. This one is called Lessons from Billy Collins. Quality time. Tick, tock, tock, tick moves on. Its value, its weight, discourse occurs in life, not just in books. Tap the horn. Laugh about death. Howl at the moon. Wolf. Limpid thinking. Moment and hours. The time between two deaths are two poems, since each poem is a petite death. Everybody fades. I gave my mother a card once. She gave birth to me.
Whoa. Yeah. That goes out right on time, right through the hoop. All right. I like the way that ends. That's like a long shot from half court. Gave it to gave to my mother once. She gave birth to me. All right. Well, thank you. Stay around. We have a second round where we contribute a second time.
All right, I'll hang out for a little while longer.
Oh, hang out. We're all the better for it. I can tell right now, and that's my job. So, so now I want to move over. Wow, this is like a New York, Paris night, mostly. I'd like to move over now to Carrie and invite her on. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Emma, to answer your question, I'm a librarian, so I work in things. Yeah,
Ooh,
great.
can we
You
come
know, I
there?
have this book called Ferguson Interview Project. It's a book of 20 interviews about Mike Brown's death. I really want to get it into the public libraries.
I don't know how to do that. I'm a cataloger and stuff, but you know.
I'll just keep asking librarians.
Yeah, just keep asking. Just keep asking us. Eventually, you'll find someone who's have some clout and say, "Hey, why don't you talk to this prick?" And I know absolutely nothing, but you know, keep on trying.
Well, if you hang on and we make contact with each other, I can refer you to the librarian of the San Francisco North Beach Library, right up the street from City Lights Bookstore, and and he's as progressive as the poets in City Lights, meaning he's going to understand Ferguson real well.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for him, but you know, that would be in his field, you know, publication on Ferguson. So I'll send you his name and on the. We'll do that during the break.
Okay.
Do that during the break.
Thanks, Mo.
You're welcome. So now I would like to ask. I guess Vicky, if you ever do get audio again, you just bust in and say, "I'm back." That would be cool, Vicky. Okay, so Jane, do you want to throw up a video or some text for us, Jane? Let's see what Jane says here. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Albie. I usually play bass with Jane, but since she can't speak.
Hey, Albie.
Hey, Albie, I've heard you before, man.
All right.
You're a mean bass player, brother. I've heard you before. All right.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
No, really, our pleasure, man.
All right. This is a piece called Black Leather and Connies. Connies, of course, referring to the sneakers that we all love so much. Hanging around in your black leather jacket and your Connies, waiting for the taxi of reality to run you down, thinking you're so cool, a neon halo to light your way. You're still waiting. Wake up, smell the coffee. This ain't no crying shame. There's no taxi coming round. What do you think's the name of this game? What do you think? It's they who do the waiting. Patiently, they wait on time. They wait till you're asleep, and then they sneak inside your mind. Wake up. Now you're hanging around in your Timberlands and your baggies, waiting for the limo of your dreams to pick you up, thinking you're beyond cool. Neon blingy bling to light your way. You don't even know you're waiting. Wake up, smell the latte. This ain't no crying shame. There's no limo coming round. Did you think? Did you think? Did you think this game has no name? It's they who did the waiting. Patiently, they did their time. They knew you were asleep, and then they occupy your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Peace.
Yeah, wake up. Wait for that wake up call. All right.
Now,
Now,
man.
Hey, Albie, is that who's the author of that poem?
Spoken word.
Jane, give it up for Jane. Jane.
That's right.
Jane.
That's right.
Now mention Jane's book title, please.
This one here is called Tragically Hip.
No, but I mean she has a collection. Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's the name of that one. All right, good. Okay, so Jane and LB, do you have a second one for us, please?
All right. I can do another one. This is shorty. Interpretation is critical. Interpretation is critical. Interpretation is critical. Confined by your lies, I realize that we have all been civilized. Sentenced to solitary confinement. I'm doing my time, serving my sentence with a spoon. Interpretation is critical. Where the heart goes, the brain must follow.
Okay.
Peace. All right.
Okay. Now, Albie, glad you're on. You're a good reader, man. I knew you were a player, musician, but damn, man, you know how to read, brother.
Well, look who I live with.
We did.
Oh, yeah. See, so you could ask her about bass and she'd know.
Okay. Well, you got a comfortable relationship.
Oh, we got the good one.
Okay. Do you write poems, Albie?
No, I just do the music.
Is
and
that
the
all?
drawings.
Just music?
Well, also in our books and stuff, we have, the drawings that are in the books are the drawings that I do.
Well, you know what? Can you show us one? Put one up in front of the camera now, please. Let's see your work. Okay. All right. Are those pistols? Man, there's a lot going on there. Is that a shootout?
But I do two things. One is I'll use these kind of drawings as the music to give to the musicians to play. Okay.
I dig it. I dig it.
And the thing is that I don't explain or anything. They just look at it. And the real point is that everyone that's playing has looked at that picture.
Okay.
And that's really all that's needed.
All
and
right.
some people look at it and they go deep, man. Like it's heavy. Like some people think it's a joke. Some people think that it's really serious, and they go deep into those pictures. And it's like, wow, okay. Like the drummer will say, hey man, can I play it like this way? And it's like, man, you can throw it on the floor now. The point is that you looked at it. That's it.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to ask you. Give us one of, as we call it, three's a charm. Give us a Jane poem as a charm.
One more. All right, wait a minute. Pour your imagination into mind. It's just that simple. I'm the dream seller, the heartbroker. Take an ordinary day and make it special. I summon stars to the darkest heavens so the moon can find her way. I am la bruja, la sorcière. Conjure night skies into day. I coax the rainbows from sad clouds crying. Invite the planets to eclipse. I'm the palm reader, the fortune teller. Turn your mystery or your misery to bliss. I can fly over morrow's sunsets, breathe color into the land. I'm the wish dealer, the magic maker. Aurora Borealis is a dream that I had. So won't you come here to my mountain and dig the groove I spin? I'll send you back with a pocket full of stardust and your name whispered on the lips of the wind. All right.
Ooh, that is sweet. Jane, that is sweet how that goes out.
That is dope.
You saved me a trip to.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Okay, man. Hey, that was
Thank you,
really
everybody.
good.
I got to go back to the other thing.
Okay, now Jane, hang around for the second round, Jane. Hang around. Because
Peace.
we either gonna hear from
Peace.
Albie in the second round, or you're gonna put the text on the screen and someone will read it. All right? 'Cause that's what we're gonna do tonight. All right. So next up, let's have a listen from here in Paris. We'll go back to Paris now and join Caroline Adler. Hello, Caroline.
That's it.
And after Caroline, I'm gonna call on Jean Ruda.
Well, I've got one little poem in French, and after I try to find I collected all my Spanish poems and all the Spanish poems I had in my machine, just to can share some Spanish language with you tonight in Spanish poetry.
Bueno.
So a very short love poem I wrote this morning.
Oh, a love
To
poem
begin.
today. Oh, okay, lady. All right.
It's love in confinement, so it's quite imaginative.
So it's love in confinement. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's called Topographie sensorielle. Par-delà son t-shirt, je décrypte les affleurements de chair, muscles, articulations, os et tendons. Caresse du regard relève la topographie de son corps. Si je ferme les yeux, du bout des doigts, je sens le grain de peau de son visage, les courbes de ses lèvres, la chaleur de ses mains et des miennes.
Ah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
The topography.
Joli.
I like that. The topography of your heart.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Thought
good
it
to have a
was
little.
nice to begin with that, to forget, not to forget, but just for changing with last week.
Yeah, yeah, right. Getting out of the rabbit holes they dug for us and just holding on to love and hope and self-awareness. That's what we do.
Well, the second one is quite sad, but very short also. It's one poem of Juan Gelman. It's an Argentinian poem. He lost his son during the dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Yep. He lost his
of
son,
the
so
of the generals.
he's quite sad in some moment, and it's a sad poem. Well, where is it? That's it. And it's in Spanish. Well, original version. Nota 5. No eches la tristeza del fogón. Siéntese aquí a mi lado, vieja. Usted nunca me va a dejar. Perdóneme si la olvidé. Si anduve de rabia en rabia, saliendo de un muerto, entrando a otro muerto o mundo roto. Si así viajé todos estos años. Arrímese, tristeza, que me hace tanta furia y tanto puerto muerto y necesito viajar. Viajar.
Wow.
I've got the French version if you want. I don't know if it's if you need it.
We are people of the planet. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead in French, or do you want another poem totally different?
In
In French? Okay. So it's from my book. Where are you? That's it. Note 5.
our
Ne
blood.
jette pas, il s'embête pas avec les titres. Ne jette pas la tristesse au feu. Asseyez-vous là, à côté de moi, la vieille. Vous n'allez jamais me laisser. Pardonnez si je vous ai oublié. Si je suis allée de rage en rage, sortant d'un mort pour entrer dans un autre mort ou monde brisé. Si comme ça j'ai voyagé toutes ces années. Approchez-vous, tristesse, car tant de colère me donne froid, et tant de porcs morts, et j'ai besoin de voyager. Voyager.
Ouais. Et le bon voyage, hein? Ouais. Le bon voyage de tristesse. Voilà. Boy, if we ever have to write a lamentation for one of our own children. Yeah. Well, thank you, Caroline, and come back for the second round.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah.
With love poems.
Yeah. And they sound good the way you say them in French and Spanish. So I don't know every word, but I can feel the passion and the conviction behind the poems. All right. Okay, so now we're going to call on our, I normally call him our singer-songwriter, but he's also now been motivated by Angora Poets and other circumstances to write poetry as well. So it looks like he's got his guitar on now. So let me turn this over to poet, singer-songwriter from Paris, Jean Ruda. Jean.
Unmute. Okay, just a second. I gotta get some microphony. That's like I am a maximum phony. But here we are. Okay. So I literally am zooming in and zooming out because this quartier in Paris here is quite alive. It's the one I discovered. Mission accompli today. So I'm that's code word, baby. Mission accompli. We're phoning in. I'm phoning in. I'm zooming in and zooming out here. And the first thing I'm going to do is do some spoken word, and then I will do a song, and then I'll zoom out. Is that okay? I guess it is. Can you hear me okay? I'm not sure anybody can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can. Okay, good. Somebody said something. Somebody tell me something.
You in mood, Mo.
You're on mute.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one on screen. I'm glad someone else jumped in.
Yeah, I'm going to read a spoken word poem that I've been on what I call the exodus for more than 40 days and 40 nights, coming out of the COVID. But here in Paris, we're alive. The United States, where I'm from, is pretty locked down still. They're still on the exodus. So I have a poem I wrote during deep in the confinement on day 21. On day 21 of confinement. But here we are. It's day 21. Pesach, even in. Since St. Paddy's days, a Parisi lockdown. In isolation, out attestation. Last say dared in apartment home, far from a promising alien nation. The name Moses I got later as a grandson command, passed over through my mother at 13 years old, man. A Bard Mitzvah 68er, 1968, Paris. I'm the firstborn son who survived the 10th plague. They marked my door, them, with the blood, theirs, of lambs, us, day one, kasher, for 8 days. Survival we commemorate. In confinement, as again, 8 plagues a week. Corona rain. Pass over, give me shelter in place, pain. I reflect on liberation, that I shall not forget that we were once slaves and that we are intent that it never happened again. That day for night, the 40th day, practiced loving kindness to find that work less maketh me freeth, taketh me, mosey, down the eightfold path. That's Exodus.
Okay. And I told my son in Pittsburgh last week when I got the latest news on Trump managing the pandemic that he has called upon the 8 plagues to visit our house. Follow that.
Exactly. Exactamo.
Exactamo, my man. Now, what you got for us now, Gino?
I have a new song. It's called The Humankind. This is based upon a song by a French folk folk singer named Francis Cabrel. The name of his song is called Des Hommes Pareils, which means the similar men, the men alike. And I translated it into English, and I call it The Humankind. The Humankind. That's us. Oh my God. We're gonna get some technology focused. There we go. You can see me? There we go. You and me, we are not too far, the humankind. More or less in the sunshine. Same hearts, lad or lass, which we learned back in our class. Did we forget? We shared the vision and the sound. And what did we found? Me, the land's too dry and it's too wet. I'm a fish caught in a net. The Holy Spirit's round my neck. I buy right down and then I peck. I wake up with my own mind. And I barely have the time. My house is made of sticks. I'm a quack. I'm a witch. And we are not too far, the humankind. More or less of the same mind. Tan or brown, straight or curled. What we've learned back in school. Have we lost the truth? Are we trees and branches with the same roots? Take a walk in my boots. I wear a mask, yes I do, and I play hard. The dogs, they're keeping guard. Me, my house has many locks. Inside my cardboard box. My days pass like they're years. making love, no, not shedding tears. The children, my family, my nieces, scattered round the world in pieces. And we're glad to pay a lavish sum to live here, you and me in this aquarium. We buy and sell our shares so the bulls can run. You know those bulls? Wall Street guys. Are you having fun yet? We are not too far, the humankind, more or less of the same mind. Social network with the same hopes. We've tied the knot. We've learned the ropes. Is there something that we've lost? Is there something that we've missed? Multicolored, better times when we find the sublime, the humankind, the humankind, the humankind, multicolored, better time. The humankind, multicolored, so sublime. The humankind, the humankind, the humankind. Thank you, the humankind.
Hey. And you know, Gene, when you come back on, we need you to, we lost your guitar sounds in the transmission, but the lyrics were so poetic that it came across real nice.
Good.
And so there you go. That was a good accident, I suppose. The poetic value of the lyrics.
I prefer the words. This one started with the words for sure. So, thank you so much. I love you. I miss you. Sorry, I missed 3 weeks. I literally got to zoom in, zoom out. I got a gig right next door that they asked me to come back and do. So I got to go. But I love you and I miss you. And that's the truth. It's the truth.
Welcome back. Welcome back,
Right,
Gene. Good to see you, man.
See you.
All right, Gene. Have a good one. Hey, Gene, did you find my phone?
That's the mission accomplished, man. I gave you the mission accomplished. We got it.
All right. That's what I thought I heard. Great. I left my phone earlier today.
I left my phone in San
Francisco. Gene, inbox me later.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, so now let's see. Now we want to call on Prince. Hello, Prince. How are you?
What up, Mo? What's up, everybody?
We're
What
doing
can we
great.
do?
Greetings.
New York in the house.
Yeah.
Representing. Okay. Okay, this piece is called We Dig Down Deep. As we ride our subways and travel through our malls, we far too often find ourselves covering our noses, our nostrils suddenly accosted by the steep, stark stench of homelessness. And so we dig down deep into our pockets in search of spare change, change that in no profound way will ever change their situation. And despite your kind gestures of charity, your spare change rarely ever amounts to anything. Their overall outlook on life will most likely remain the same. They'll still remain homeless. And I suppose they'll still find themselves sleeping in the streets or on the subway, scrounging for discarded food amidst the rats and the roaches. They'll still have low self-esteem and little to no hope in a system that fails to see them. They'll still have no job or dignity, and yet they'll still need to somehow summon the will to live and the strength to get up every morning, just to struggle through yet another day of emotional turmoil and mental torment. They'll still have little to no access to basic health insurance, so we pay them off with the bounty of our utter shame and loathing, while shielding our nostrils from the pungent stench, incessantly clinging to their bodies and their clothing. Silently, we judge them, rather harshly, without even knowing their stories, without even knowing their names. And so we dig down deep, deep into our pockets of change, perhaps to salvage what's left of our fledgling humanity, though it's not always from a place of compassion or empathy, but simply to expunge ourselves of our guilt, as if we're bribing them to just go away, to silently fold into the murky distance of our subconscious, where we no longer have to deal with them, where we no longer have to face the shame and hypocrisy of a society which claims to be this utopian democracy from all its people, not just for the affluent, but the disenfranchised, the elderly, the poor, the handicapped, the mentally ill, and the homeless. And so we dig down deep, deep into our pockets of shame for temporary change, so we as a society won't have to.
Ooh. Prince, by the way, one of the tenets or one of the inheritances of this poet, of all poets, is to be a voice for the people, as well as being a voice for oneself. And that was a clear example. And I wanted to ask you, have you ever read Oscar Wilde's short opinion piece called
No.
Socialism and the Soul of Man?
I'm going to read it now, though.
You should. He explains in 1889 or 1890 or something how charity and volunteer work are cheap excuses to keep the poor poor and to keep them grateful for the crumbs that the affluent give to them.
Wow.
And it's called Socialism and the Soul of Man. I read it in his collective works, and it's not very long, but he really goes off on it. Just, that you're just keeping the poor grateful for the crumbs you give them.
Instead of doing something substantial,
Exactly.
Our little change, kind of helps us to feel a little better about ourselves.
Like your poem says, he says, exactly. It paraphrases what you just read. That's why I mentioned it.
I'm definitely going to look it up more.
All right. So how about a second piece, Prince?
Okay, this piece is called Something. In poetry, we often use simile as a bridge to metaphor, where colorful images boldly unfold, taking shape within the mirror of our minds, quietly emerging from our souls on their tippy toes like mischievous little children, playfully painting pictures upon a canvas with nouns, verbs, metaphor, and simile. We poets often use fiery words to spark the flame of the imagination, causing a celestial explosion of stars, of wonder and curiosity in minds that rarely see the probability of that which was falsely deemed an impossibility. As a poet, I wish to simply give birth to beautiful verses that reach out and touch you with words that truly move you through poems that will not only astound you, but challenge you to think and to feel something. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Yes. All right. Oh, and Damien's here. Hello, Damien. We got a Yorkshire man on board with us. Good to see you again, babe. I'll be calling on you next because you're toward the end of this round here. So get your stuff ready and welcome on board. And let's hear the third and charm poem of this first round from Prince again. Please, Prince.
Okay, this piece is called Beautiful Story. With the soul of a dreamer, her mind tends to wander far beyond the vainly colored ripples of the shallow ponds others choose to wade in. She, on the other hand, boldly seeks to swim within the deepest rivers of her veins, where the scars of her past openly bleed the vast blue ocean of language, where her pain identifies its purpose as it defiantly unravels the mystery, compelling time to reveal the missing pages of her story. She writes unassumingly, pouring the blues from her pen upon the absorbent skin of fallen trees, which have wet aqua blue tears as they bellow to the stars in multiple dialects. For despite their tears, those fallen trees have a beautiful story to tell. Humming the vibration of their precious roots, those trees release the leaves to send the echoes of their story through the air by osmosis. She often cries whenever she scribes upon the pages of her journal, but despite her tears, despite her fears, she just keeps on writing. Because in her journaling, she finds solace. She finds release. She finds peace. She finds herself riding a wave of discovery, providing her with the courage to ask the question why, to finally face her fears, bravely walking through the dark shadows of her demons, which all too often have left her feeling spiritually broken. But now she has awakened and she will not be broken anymore. For despite her torment, she has grown to see the beauty in her scars, the beauty in her pain, and just like those fallen trees, she has a beautiful story to tell. Thank you.
Thank you. And for all the she's that have a story to tell, thank you.
By the way, that piece is from my upcoming book, She.
Oh, wow. Are you
Wow.
dedicating an entire collection to womanhood or a
Yes.
particular female or?
No, women, just women in general, but women, in my life, my mother, my daughter, my sister who passed, so just women who had impacts on my life and just women in general.
Great.
And that was Roxanne's idea, because she said, you have all these women pieces, you need to write a woman. I said, nah, I don't want to do that. And she kept pushing. I said, you know what? I started to put it together and it started to really come together. I said, this makes sense. So it's good to have somebody with vision.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great. We're all the better for it, man. Well, I want to welcome to. Hey, what do you say, Damien? Do you have something for us?
I'm Mo. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I've got. I scribbled out two short ones today, and I can dip into the back catalogue for the third one to make it the magic.
Well, that'll work, man. That'll work.
Cool. Okay. Okay, so this first one, let's just call it Really Happy. I don't have any titles for these yet. Short and sweet. I was really happy once upon a time. I mean, I was in love. I was in love with life. I want to fall in love with life over and over again. Certain foods, places, people, the joy, laughter, devil-may-care attitude, living in the moment. There's a set of variables that bounce around the constant that is me. The new discoveries, the instilled confidence, that special person during that special time. Plot twists, subplots, new characters, recurring and returning characters will happen before the credits roll on this life of mine, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's out of the chute. All right, Damien.
And
you wrote that today? You wrote that today, you said?
Yeah, I was just in a park about an hour ago, just scribbled out these two. So yeah, just again.
You're the third poet on tonight who's reading a poem that came out today.
Yeah.
Carry on. How about a second one?
This second one, my mum passed away in March, and I wrote it. This one's about my mum. She won't ever leave me. She's still in my heart. The fire of her soul can raise a landscape when I stand up for injustice. Ella es conmigo cuando yo hablo español. The stubborn yet self-assured character asset is alive and well in my daughter Serena. The hard work ethic thrives in my son DJ. The love perpetuates while she is at peace. I'm sure I can put more into that. I'm sure I can add some more on that, but that's all I've got.
Well, that's a pretty good start, my man. And yes, it deserves some more stanza. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were going to dig one out of the archive for Three's a Charm?
I was actually asked. I was asked last year. Someone had done a play based on the mining strike, which was happening all over England in the 80s, because Margaret Thatcher, she shut down a bunch of mines over here, and it really affected the economy. And so this was something that I wrote over the back of that. It's called Mining the Truth. Defective, reflective, lies, pain, elected, respected, pleasure and gain. Need a tab, take a distraction, labelled a scab, enforced in action. Alpha male, breadwinner, typical, deadly sinner, crippled with ego and pride, state of affairs, self-justified. Coal and all commodities creating dependence among communities. You might take a stand and be defiant, embark on a journey of self-reliance. Life's full of pain and you will suffer. It's not all about you, sister and brother. The transformation will begin, searching for the power within, powerless over things, people and places, influencing ideas, realities and spaces. Devout atheist, bothering God, the story of your life is an inside job.
Wow. So, all right. Has that community retold or recovered as it's the loss of the mining industry?
Well, I think it's more that there's been new opportunities. So it's like there is no more mines left, really.
Right.
So the sons they'll be in different industries now because we got telecommunications and all the different things that we have nowadays.
2 years, one of the things.
Okay. All right. I hear a voice here, and Vicky's screen keeps coming on. Did you get audio, Vicky? Her screen keeps flashing on as if she has momentary contact. You know.
Mo.
Yeah.
She actually wants me to read one of her pieces.
Well, that's just okay. Vicky, we're going to hear you through Prince's reading of your work. In fact, if you wish, Vicky, Prince can read 3 of your pieces in this round, if you wish, okay? Because as you've been hearing, we've been asking people to do 3 poems. So let's begin with, now how do I say this? Aqua, did I pronounce her name right, Prince? Aqua.
Aqua, yeah, yes.
Okay, and wow, that don't sound like Johnson or Smith. What? Are you born in the States? I like that name, Aqua. That's what I'm asking.
Vicky Aqua Alajide.
Okay, are you Nigerian, Vicky? You ain't supposed to ask nobody no more where they're from. And that just cuts out all the curiosity and the learning. I think that is
No,
wrong.
She's from Cleveland.
Get out. All right. Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome on board, Vicky, and we're going to hear your words whenever you're ready, Prince.
Mo, since you guys just heard me, can we let Carrie go and I read right after her?
Oh, I see.
That's okay.
We certainly can. Gary?
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I was skipped, so I'm like.
Oh, no, you were not skipped, honey.
Okay, because I was like, they skipped me.
Well, you speak up. That's right. Say, that's right.
Yeah.
Speak up.
All right, I spoke up, and all
And
is.
you should, because I have limited storage space, girl. I admit it right now. I got limited, and I ain't got no backup. You see nothing back there.
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
All right. First one I'm going to do was featured this week on poetsunplug.com, thanks to our beautiful bunny, Sophia Bechal. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, Bunny. This is called.
Thank you.
Love you too. This is called In Passing, number 45 from E-Verses, and this is from my latest book, Hurricanes Never Apologize. Maybe none of us truly arrive. Even at the point of death, each sweet soul is still searching for closure, peace, and meaning. Each one of us is the same person one is born as. The kindnesses witnessed, the failings felt, the sins committed, the lessons repeated until mastery, until passing into the great beyond, into the rest of the grand universe. We fold with constellations of stars until we become stars. But our souls, our inner selves, remain the same forever, no matter where we eventually end up.
Yeah. That's some 2020 Buddhists, no matter where we end up. 2020 Buddha.
Absolutely. This is from my eldest book. This is called From Conversations with Dead Composers at Carnegie Hall. I know. Basically, it's a book about me going to Carnegie Hall and listening to all this great music and my impressions about it. So anyway, it's out of print, so you need to ask me if you want a copy. So I'll send you a copy. Thank you. I don't know if you guys know Schubert's song cycle Winterreise, but when I was in college and I was a music major and I would sing this in German, so I kind of knew all the songs. So I was going to this other group gathering, and they were doing electronic music, and so this guy did sort of an electronic symphony masterpiece on Winterreise. So I'm listening to it and I'm like going, okay, this is really interesting, and I thought this is cool, and this is my impressions of it. Winterreise, amplified. How to synthesize inner sound as I pick up random words from my mind. I was almost blind to how to synchronize its two halves, usually working independently, especially these days as the sun beats down hotly. I lie in a stupor, wondering what the rest of my damn life is for. Until Monday, as I hear and feel the music group play backbeats, loops, and use echo relays while interpreting songs of both German and English, take your pick, von Schubert's Winterreise. Soul was again alive and online. The games and words cryptics kept us interested, but the sound blew us out of the water. We hovered over the surface like leaping fish, barely leaving a trail to ponder. What the hell is that? But my brain and heart worked as one as I mouthed out the words. I would have climbed over the plywood tables to join the music makers, to dazzle the crowds with my easily complex harmonies. But I was more worried about the 8 poems I gave life this morning as my eyes teared up and I started to shake. I remembered the native grasses I had to describe. Now my brain is receiving new, faster signals from the main stage. Oh, how I wanted to join them. Not your mama's salon, no sir.
Not your mama's salon, no sir.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Schumann is a great composer. I have to ask you.
Schubert.
Okay.
Yeah. Schumann
That's
too.
what I said. No, I meant to say Schubert.
Schubert.
All right. Well, Schumann ain't bad either. Hey, listen.
Okay.
So you're speaking of an era when we first heard an album called "Turned on Bach" that came out when they tried to modernize J.S. Bach
Right.
on a fast-breaking organ, and
Mhm.
then came out in disco time a disco dance called
Really?
a fifth of Beethoven, and man,
That's
that
right.
sucker was and everybody was out there doing that Beethoven like that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
We was
exactly.
out there like crazy doing a fifth of Beethoven. So you're in
Yeah.
that spirit.
Yeah. All right. And 3 times the charm, as you say. This is a new one I wrote this week.
Yeah.
Yay. Totally different. Totally different. Sourdough. Thanks to the current climate, I'm pliable as a piece of dough made for baking. Today's heat now saps all my energy. The extra weight has made me feel slower. Fear has infected my system like simple gluten. People are still making sourdough bread, posting it online, zooming it. I have no time or desire to make sourdough bread. Sometimes I feel sour in the head. Sometimes my body feels like bread. And I need to snap myself out of it, to metaphorically punch myself into a new attitude. Next week will be different. Us librarians will be no longer resting and covered up with damp towels in the bowl or tub. Our brains will be useful again, but the air outside is still shaken with certain illnesses. The thought of it sours me whole. A lot of good bread is already infected. And where can we eat at work?
Okay, all right.
So I'm starting work tomorrow. The library's starting tomorrow, and it's,
Okay. All right, good. You'll be back until can we come there and heist books? Can you show us how to get through the
Well, it's a processing library, so not a whole lot of core stuff, but we're going to be processing the books and the the audio and the video and stuff and sorting it out, and yeah.
You'll be there.
I'll be there.
We have to save libraries like we have to save bookstores.
Absolutely,
we have to save
man.
the role of librarians like we do bookstore owners.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Well, we'll see you in the second round, huh?
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Now, okay, so I believe now I'm the last poet of this round, and I'm going to read you one that I think is appropriate since we've been addressing women, by women, for women, and about women. And so me and Jean Ruda earlier today were at Shakespeare and Company bookstore in Paris, where I was once a writer in residence, and where I wrote this poem exactly as it went down. As it went down. It's called Wasted Time at the Bookstore. The girl wants to be heard. I guess so. She talks a lot. None of you guys will listen. She's just, I don't know, man. You don't know women either. What's that supposed to mean? Why not ask her? She's too uptight. She didn't fuck you. She doesn't fuck anybody. Oh, yes, she does. Okay, who? Guys who listen. What are you saying? Are you listening? Yes. Did your mother have aspirations? You motherfucker. Was your father a bludgeon? And you're fucking crazy. So is she. Who? She who has ideas. I don't understand. I know. Okay, okay. And yeah, that actually happened. Now I want to read you. I want to read you a poem that's of a different nature. Let's see where I had it. Okay, this is coming out in what is it called? You know, Poets Wear Prada. This is coming up in their Rainbow edition, and it's simply called Orchid. Leaning out my sixth floor kitchen window overlooking a courtyard in Paris. And it's called Orchid. Sunday morning, dew point, drip stream, awake, egg world, weightless, white, orange, yolk. Chestnut arb, blackbird glide, wind is gentle, violet orchid, perfume petal, breath flows, hidden river, ocean deep. Ear nothing, eye mystery, golden grace, mind at peace, heart happy all over. Okay. Now, now here's another one. We've been writing about love and romance. How about some erotica? I was asked to leave a poetry stage by the cancel culture here in Paris for reading this poem. So my reply to the cancel culture, like that of Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and other people before them, Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Bill Hicks and Richard Pryor, is to put it right back in their face. How dare you tell me what I can write about? Okay, here we go. It's called I wanna reach your hidden space. I wanna kiss you where it hurts. I wanna give you what seasons bring. I wanna teach you the sacred sins. I wanna seek you out late at night. I wanna spoon you as you dream. I wanna shape me to fit you right. I want to serve you, if you please. I want to watch you all alone. I want to see you in the light. I want to find you outside in. I want to teach you the sacred sins. I want to lick you everywhere. I want to taste you neck and crease. I want to eat you on bended knees. I want to serve you, if you please. Okay. All right. So we have come to the end of the first round. So let's take a minute to chat. And I would,
Mo,
yes.
I'm sorry. Remember I was supposed to read for
Oh,
Vicky.
yeah. And remember, I told you limited storage space.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
All right. I stand corrected. We're going to finish this round with poems by Vicky Aqua from, from New York City.
Okay.
No, from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm sorry, Vicky. Cleveland, Cleveland. Go Browns. One day, go Browns. All right, you're on, Prince.
So, well, I'm going to start off with this letter that says, "Dear Vicky, congratulations. This is just a quick notice to let you know that your poem Pigeon Poop is one of the poems being featured on Poetry Soup's homepage this week." Okay.
All right.
And here's Pigeon Poop. I hope I do you justice, Vicky. What if I told you things aren't what they used to be? What if I told you cliches are not always for the birds? That the cliches cling for a reason and have clung long. Show me your truth sandwich. What ingredients did you use? Smoked lunch meat and cheese. Did you eat that digested food that digests that? What if I told you cheese is plastic and ain't what it used to be? And chicken feed ain't flies and grain, but plastic and GMO corn instead. Don't feed the pigeons, says the sign, but we don't eat the pigeons here. So we feed them and they eat bits of truth that we now turn down. Pigeons fly around downtown without true food, without the truth. Show me your truth sandwich. What ingredients did you use? Peanut butter and bananas? Pigeons spread disease and excrement with bits of non-truth splattered all over, making a point about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the mooth truth. So help you, Hannah. Cliche may be our only reality because little truths matter. Relevance should never be obsolete. Big or small, the truth must massively combust into big explosions of honesty. If you should turn your back on truth, you will be face to face with a lie. The truth needs to matter again, or nothing else will. In peace.
Okay. All right.
Next piece is called when a lame pony shows up on the playground. When you mounted that lame horse, I should have said something. Oh, I forgot. I did say something, and then the horse boo-hooed, nickered, and brayed to you until things became confused, setting you up to be betrayed. You were not mine to win or lose. That day you rode away with her is the same day that a crippled horse crippled our relationship. Yet it was she who was the bully on the playground. She set us both up. She saw I was that blessing in the lives of many. She befriended me only to try and replace me. She thought I was your lady, not knowing I am that blessing that God puts in people's lives when they need a friend without strings. You could cry to me. I uplift and demand nothing. That's what befuddled that devil. I being the most loved on the playground of your life, upset her plans as she wanted no outside influences. Her goal and aim were to destroy my watchful eyes so she could devour you. Now, with me out of the picture, you are once again sadly without a true friend. She has many more loved ones for you to turn against. She will knock them off one by one until you are with none. She has you at her command. She'll destroy you and then she'll run and hide behind whatever guilt shield is available. I still feel sad because I should have acted a fool and never allowed you to ride off into the sunset, mounted on that lame, demented horse. Somehow now I see you using your newfound substance to write emphatically, so be strong or be broken substantially. Our love was not sexual, and man's weakness is lust. But in the end, love wins. This is a message to a good friend about a lame horse. In
Okay.
peace.
Yeah. A lesson here. Okay. And you have a third one from Vicky? Three's a
And the
charm?
third, yes, sir. And it's called Hi, I Am 92. Hi, I am 92. She's not 92, by the way. Hi, I am 92. I have lived through a lot, from depressions to recessions, from flu varieties and Ebola, SARS, polio, HIV, and more. Praises to the Lord. Daily he reassured. Yes, a lot I have endured. Outdoor toilets, indoor plumbing, a well from which to drink my water. Hi, I am 92. That day you saw me, I was alone. I have outlived my children and my peers. People usually ignore me because I am just an old man that drives on my own. I use the bathroom on my own. I also walk, shop, and use ATM machines on my own. I have survived my many wars and escaped lynch mobs. When did you come and decide to take my car and my life? Hi, son, who looks like me. I am 92. You look 15. God has spared me. And why couldn't you? Easy, weak, old prey. You needed a car. I would have given you the keys. My insurance was paid. My last thoughts were, if God gave me longevity and good health, why couldn't you have shown me mercy? You did not have to club my head and knock me down. Oh, heartless boy, I would have traded my life for your future. I was tired, but now your retribution has been entangled with my karma. In God's will, I was healthy yet weary, was willing to do it another day upon this contaminated planet called Earth. You let the forces of greed, hunger, vanity, and fear allow you to give in to cowardice. I was 92. Not much I could do against you. And the other two, I regret allow Satan to use you. I hope you get to be 92 years old on planet Earth and remember me every day. For who God bless, let no man curse. Vicky Aqua.
Wow, bravo. Who God bless, let no man curse. Go with that as a
Amen.
that is a righteous cliche. All right. Well, hey Vicky, I hope that you're hearing hearing us. Those were mighty fine three poems, and welcome on board by way of us hearing them read by Prince. Stay around for the second round because I invite you and encourage you to ask Prince to read some more of your work in the second round.
Vicky, if you would please come next week, like perhaps 30 minutes prior to the allotted time, maybe we can sit together and sort out your audio problem as the same way I did with Dalila. She came in earlier last time, and we were able to figure things out eventually. So I hope that.
Yeah, thank you, Mo.
Thank you. Thank you for. I mean, you made the right decision in coming early, so thank you. But yeah, Vicky, if you could do that, I think we can sort the audio problem together.
Yeah. We need to hear that good work in Vicky's voice as well. That's great. That's great. Okay, so we're going to take a break for a few minutes and then come back on with the second round and invite everyone to participate again in the second round. So, so now that we're on a break, I just want to say I wanted to take the opportunity. Was it the woman who came in earlier in the night, Amma,
Yeah.
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
the connection for the librarian in North Beach, San Francisco?
Amma is no longer here, I think.
Right. And
Mo, do
so,
me a, if you can just forward it to me, I'll get it to her.
okay, so while we're on this break here, I'm going to post his name, which can be found on Facebook, which she can contact. So we'll do that.
And Mo, I have to take off. I'm working tomorrow. I got to get up real early. So good night,
Okay.
everybody.
No.
Good night.
See you later, Bill.
All right, Judge Bill. Stay well.
Judge.
Keep them honest, Bill. Keep them honest.
Keep them in line.
Okay. And Carrie, are you signing off, huh? Oh, okay. Well, I guess she did.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there you are, up there on that part of the screen. Okay. Well, it's afternoon in New York. Carrie. I say it's only afternoon in New York.
Yeah, I wonder about that too. Why is it so like early for Bill to leave?
Bill's in Paris.
Oh, Bill, really? Okay, did not know that.
Jersey Bill's been living in Paris for a while.
Hey, Mo.
Sorry.
Mo. Jane thought that was you reading that poem.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. How about that? How about that?
Yeah. We'll take that as a
I do. I'm like, hey, because I realized I don't know if you guys noticed, but I kind of went into character a little ways into the piece.
Very well, you did. Very well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually gonna be taking off in a few minutes as well. I did this whole they did this COVID test on me just now. They're passing over the the municipality over here. They're doing some random COVID tests in apartments, and Prince. Anyway, it is so uncomfortable, man. It's so uncomfortable. Like they make they shove this thing down your nose, and dear God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I heard it hurts.
Wow, everybody's taking a jab at me. Okay, fine. Anyway, so yeah, now that I'm done.
Yeah,
Wait.
shoving stuff up noses is just like oh my.
Yeah. I feel in short, I feel violated.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well then, Mo. So, what are you saying? Are you in the second round, or are you leaving? I was kind of.
Nah, I'm leaving, man. I'm too tired. I'm really tired. Yeah.
Because you're let's see, you're about 1 o'clock in the morning where you're at, right?
Yeah, it was 12:45. It's 12:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again for another week of Mo being on the tech controls of Angora Zoom. So thanks for the poetry and the tech management, Mo, Mr. Mo.
Thank you, Mo.
Gotta let you go, Mr.
Good night,
Mo.
Mo.
See you, Carrie. See you, Prince Damien.
I'm gonna get off as well, everyone. I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning, so yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. I think people are back out here.